Hey guys, welcome back to some Raid Shadow Legends. Today I'm super excited because we're on day 14, meaning we're going to collect that other piece of Alice, but we also have the ability to get into phase 2, and there's a lot of things to cover. So right now there is, and I hit level 40. Now level 40, absolutely a game changer. So not only did we get our epic right here, but we also are getting all of these other rewards. But like I said, level 40 is a game changer for the simple fact that if I can get the pop-ups down, I'm getting to level 40, unlocks a secondary pass. Now, I was completely unaware of this. As you can see with the apprentice pass, 150 of 20. So we have completed this thing a lot of times over. But today I got introduced to the Forge pass, and I want to collect this up. And looking in here, there are some really, really cool rewards to get out of here. Now, of course, we are free to play. We're not putting any here. But going through, I want to knock out these daily challenges. We have the weekly challenges as well, only available with the Gold Forge Pass. So I don't think we can do those as of right now. Again, kind of going through and building these up. But we also unlocked a big part of the game. So I want to look at this. I wanted to share it with you guys. I haven't even looked in here, haven't even seen it. And this is unlocking the Doom Tower. I got the notification as soon as we did click right over to level 40 that the Doom Tower was open and this was unavailable. So Doom Tower is a monthly challenge building your test, your strength and your strategy. Very cool. I like it already. I can see my rewards out of here. I already see some chicken right there. You need gold keys to enter a floor and start a battle. When you're ready, dive in and get started. Now for me, again, free to play, just hit 40. And looking at this, there is normal and there is hard. Let's go in here and just kind of break this down, what it looks like. Now, reward info, you can see farming all of these rewards. It looks like all of them are locked right now. And then we also have the ranking. So there are a lot of players, 50 floors in, absolutely crushing it. Very, very cool for the clan, as well as the global rankings. I'm sure they are much higher, 116 room 7, but let's see what kind of this looks like. Now, out of here, we really have two options within the leader. Number one is doing the HP using Kale in here, or number two, using Galek in here as the attack. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to start with this one, and then we do have Tarog, which is a major support. And then I have two other ways that I can roll this because we do have some primary damage dealers. We have Alice and we also do have the High Elf, but we also do have another and a couple more of our support classifications. And then we did pick up this guy. Again, I haven't used the Lizard Man, but this is a defense. We have a tank and we also do have a secondary tank, which is right here, but it is in the sparring pit. I don't want to remove him. And that is my guild boss. That is my the frog. So overall, I think I'm going to go in here. Let's do a little bit more damage, and then I'm going to do another support hero. So I'm actually going to run two of our support champions in here and see what it looks like, because you can see over here, we're fighting 5 stars. We have some epics. We have some legendaries. I want to see what we can do. And thinking of the team, we're at 57k power. This is all that we got. So let's start auto climb and see what this game mode looks like. I'm assuming it's just might be the one battle, kind of like what we see with the PvP aspect, that it is going to be one, but it looks like multiple. So there are 3 different rounds in here. So getting that crit up, getting the defense up, getting the HP burn. I feel like let's go ahead and speed this up a little bit. And I'm hoping battles completed 1 of 9 for the auto climb. Again, disintegration comes out and it looks like we need a lot more damage. And I'm assuming because we're not burning these down pretty quick. And again, you have to be on level 40 to unlock this piece, which means this is literally day number 1. This is the very first one. I think of players that have been in here for, months, even years within this game, and being able to push and being able to crush a lot of this tower. Definitely going to be beneficial. Now you'll notice over here that they are attacking the support, destroy HP. I'm probably going to need a secondary, I'm assuming like a secondary healer in here. Because I know right now, looking at the Mausoleum Mage, that's going to be pretty tough. This is going to be a pretty tough group to get through. And I feel like maybe a little bit more support, maybe a little bit more of shielding tank is going to make a big difference. Because if they take down my support hero here, which they do, chances are we might be able to squeak this win out if we don't have all of my champions die. And I'm hoping, because right there, guys, that's a lot of damage we're taking here. The Wings of Purge, there we go. We got some AoE. Boom, got that one. Let's turn off the auto climb, because I want to look here. So we got 1 battle. We used 1 key. Now, of course, Ilariel died very, very early. So let's go back and look at this, because Floor number 1 is done. Floor number 2, I feel like, again, I feel like we need some more tanking, we need some more support, we need some more feasibility, and I feel like if I put either of these in because I don't have them built up very high, that we're probably just going to get wrecked in here. Even thinking of the frog, we could actually drop him out of that sparring pit. But again, I feel like this is not going to make a big difference when it comes to having these ones kind of built and where they're at within the build itself. Again, thinking of double support in here. At a level 40, we have to get some more stars. We have to get some more support, because if we're losing these champions very early, again, I don't feel like the viability or the feasibility to get through this content is going to be there. Now, that was a lot smoother. And I noticed right here, potential stench. So this is our tank. This is the frog. I don't know, again, if this is the best place, but looking at the ability to tank some of these targets, to shield up some of these targets, I feel like it's something that's important. Mausoleum Mage, of course, goes down pretty quick. Have to get some better gear, and that actually just died right there. But yeah, have to get some better artifacts in here. Absolutely have to build them out, and they keep reviving. I'm wondering if we have to kill them together or something of that nature, because yeah, I mean, there we go. We killed almost all of them together, so that one did die. We got the speed. Boom, there's the revive again. There we go. So last one. Hopefully we can do Rise and Fight, and it's going to bring them back. Now there's the damage reflect. That could make a really big difference in here. I feel like, again, the viability of a tank and really reflecting right there, 2,000 damage. There's another couple damage. I think we can get through this one as well. Again, having the champions just die out early is really tough. Doesn't make a lot of sense. If we cannot get them to the point of having this survivability or viability to keep them alive, there we go. We brought everybody back. All right, we got it. We got it through round number 2. Got 30K right there. Let's go through our next one. And again, I'm almost wondering if we need to build this up. And again, a lot of players were saying that using the frog for guild bosses, but just because we're so very, very limited as it sits right now, we are so limited to the champions that we have in here. There we go, brought him back to life. Now we also do have Tagore built up, so we have a really big decrease for the amount of time for that revive, which makes a big difference in there. Now, boom, provoke. That means all of the damage is coming here. Yeah, we're going to have a lot more tanking over here if we're actually going to get the viability to keep some of these champions up. But it's really cool to see. It is really cool to unlock the new content in here. Again, finally getting up to 40. And I know we got to get to 42 so we can start adding some more of those mythic stars on some of these champions, building them out a little bit further. And I feel like I'm thinking Tagore or Supreme Galak. I think we're going to do either ones. I don't think I want to overinvest in building out Kale a little bit higher. I think I'm going to leave him where he's at. This one, again, if we don't have the revive, I feel like we're not going to be able to get through here, which there is a Rise and Fight, unfortunately. Target goes down really quick. Got to get some of these damages up. Got to get some of these heals up. And there's the poison. Boom, got the increase in speed. Yeah, we got this one down. Again, a very hodgepodge group. And I like the Ally Protect right there. That does give us a couple more in there. So what else do we have here? So we have the chicken. Ooh, if we can get this one, I will be very happy. Again, Mausoleum Mage is dying super quick. I'm wondering if let's drop Alice in here. I'm just wondering running these two. Because again, if we're going in here and Mausoleum Mage is just dying every single time, doesn't make a really, really big effect. Not a huge push, because the champion is just dead. Is just being dead the whole time. So even there, I mean, Alice at least got some attacks out of here, which is good. Defense on the frog has got to go way up in there. Yeah, we got to definitely buff this up considerably. Even I feel like Alice is probably going to go down here. There's a continuous heal. All right, burning through. And they're not reviving, which is a good thing. So we got our heal right there. Got the poisons up. Yeah, I feel like we can get through here. And anytime that we can get some of this chicken, absolutely game changer when it comes to some of these champions that we do not have to farm at all. Very, very cool. So there we go. Should take it down right there. All right, let's see. We need our revive. Need to get the revive up. So there we go. That poison should take that target down. Rise and fight. There we go. So we got our shields up. And both the targets go right down. That's okay because we got the buff blocking up. Yeah, these are my core three. These three right here, again, if I can get the other two kind of built up to where these three champions are, even taking a couple more of these to 60, I feel like this is going to be very easy to get through. Again, even thinking with Tagore, very, very strong when it comes to the shielding and the healing and being able to pull this. Getting Tagore to 60, I feel like is, again, another one. So that gives us a level 3 chicken in there. And then what do we have? It looks like there's a boss right here. Not even sure what that box is, but I see a key that we have right here. Those are full. I'm assuming that's the key that we have to use here. And then going up a little bit further, yeah, we have a couple different shard boxes in there, which we got 3 weeks. So thinking of the constant continuous progression in here, that's going to make a really big difference going through this game mode. Now, in addition, guys, Guardian Ring, I've been, again, leveling this up kind of like crazy. I'm going to keep my epics out of there. Let's go ahead and finish out some more of these. Have another hour now. Farming out of here is saving us a ton of stamina. That is something that is very, very important. Now, also, I want to make sure that we're going in here. I can drop my referral code, which it'll be right down below. But I also want to make sure that we're getting the next piece of Alice. So going in here, we have campaign, we have dungeons, faction wars, arena, and clan bosses. So we are going to have to farm out this. Now, I believe we can get 75 a day. So we're going to try to farm this up as much as we can to get the rest of these stars down here. And looking at some of the primal shards, even looking at a lot of these accessories, I want to farm this up. Ends in 2 weeks. I feel like 75 a day, we should be able to get this. Timeline's going to be very, very slim on getting everything else. But if you know me, guys, if you know, we farm like crazy. We can farm a ton of stuff in a very short amount of time. Also, I have a couple tournaments, a couple events that are going on. Deck of Fate Dungeon Diver will absolutely farm out that Dungeon Diver. But looking at the tournaments that we currently have in here, the Fire Knight, I'm skipping. Sand Devil, skipping. Classic Arena, I can definitely do. Champion Chase, get champions by any means. Shards, the market campaign, and win rewards. We can definitely look at that. Spider and all of those are done as well. We also know there is a summoning buff that's coming up. So make sure you're saving your shards to get that 2x summons that are coming down the pipeline. Summoning pool, again, we don't have any of these shards. It's going to be probably quite a bit of time, but I want to farm out quite a bit because we still have, 4 weeks, 6 days. We have almost 5 weeks of XP in here, which is kind of crazy. We want to make sure that we are not maxing out and getting these coins completely full. Demon keys, everything else we have to farm and farm on a regular basis. So we're going to go through, use some crypt keys, use all of our classic and our tag, as well as those golden keys. Again, the goal in the continued progression within Raid is really, really based on not sitting on your resources in their entirety. When I look and I see, all of those coins being completely full, when I look up to this right side, you do not want to get them full. You do not want to have them full because you are losing resources, and you also do not want to lose those quest rewards and everything else. You want to make sure that you're doing everything in here every day. The constant progression is going to make progression within Raid. It's going to take time, and I know it is going to be a little bit time consuming, but that is going to do it for today's video. Got to use some of the stamina, but let me know in the comments what you guys think of the tower, and as always, thank you guys for watching.